studio. Smooth 98.1. Welcome inside the locker room for a Feel Good Friday. And of course, our panelists are right here in the studio talking about Tega Supreme and Mr.
Está muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Take what happened to your Spanish classes? Why are you not looking sideways? What happened to all your Spanish learning?
That should be alright. This is
It is Lago de Curamo. But it's okay. We're talking sports inside the locker room. Use the hashtag LockerRoom981 while you're up on Twitter. That way we can see your comments on today's sporting stories. Of course, also send us messages to our WhatsApp number.
That is 0809-444-0981. Okay, so to kickstart the story, we'll start off with stories from the home front, basically, Super Falcons, or rather the Falconets. So it goes here. Nigerian Falconets scraped up a 1-0 win over Haiti to keep hope alive at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in France. A 36-minute penalty from Rashida Tajibadi was enough to bring Nigeria their first points in Group D. Now, the Caribbean side pushed for an equalizer, but the goalkeeper, Chiamaka Nnadozie, proved to be equal to every challenge that came her way, and she won the Woman of the Match award. I don't know, Tega.
this was an interesting one, because the Falconets I saw against Germany were not the Falconets I saw against Haiti, and I'm talking of the technical way they lined up. They looked a bit more tactical against Germany. They looked very horrible against Haiti. I don't want to say that it's about or maybe they belittled I don't want to say they belittled the Haitians a little bit, because I mean, if you go into a game and the first 45 minutes the Haitians stunned you, at least if you come back in the second 45 minutes and be different. But no, the Falconets did not look coordinated. They did not look like they had a plan. They did not look like they knew what they were doing. The only reason why they beat Haiti was the one run time, or well, one of the two random times in the first half that they ran into the 18-yard box. One Haiti defender decided to push somebody down and they got a penalty. Sure. Aside from that, there was that's what the story said. It's not even me. So you see how polite I am. But it was just horrible, and then it didn't even make it's helpful that the coach is standing by the side say, go there middle, they here, Bosiwaju. I'm telling you. So you know how you're watching football at a viewing center. Yeah. You know how the people in the crowd just be telling players. That's exactly what the coach was doing. And I'm just thinking like, is this how this guy coaches this pool? No wonder they look tactically deficient. That's exactly what it is. Go to their middle. What is where? Okay, which one is middle? Middle of what? What are you saying? I was just there and I'm looking at this team and I said, this team, God, there is no way.
But Haiti was supposed to be the easy team.
Haiti was but we got the result. I said we're going to beat Haiti because they're supposed to be the easy team. We got the result. But the way that we played, it gives nothing hopeful about the team. I'm watching the French team, and I must confess, okay, the French had a little bit of problem against Ghana. They had so much space. They're a team that likes to play in space. Against Ghana, they had so much space. Then they line up against, I think, New Zealand, and New Zealand built a wall that the French couldn't comprehend. So yes, of course, the French cannot understand the world. They're not Trump supporters. But at the end of the day, you could still see, you could look at that French team and say, oh, eventually, this is how these people are going to mature. You look at the US team, the same thing. You look at the German team, you look at that team and say, these people are playing football. Nigeria, they were running all over the pitch, and there was a ball on the pitch, but I don't know what game they were playing. So, I don't know how to analyze any better what they were playing because they didn't play very well. Against Germany, they looked a little better. But against Haiti, I saw all their weaknesses. Every single thing. It was horrible.
If one was to be kind to them, I would argue that against the Germans allowed them to look better. Watching the German game and watching this game against Haiti, and in addition to the, shocking kind of coaching that we witnessed, it was clear that the team lacked creativity to the middle. They don't have any, in my view, any pacey wide players, and when you lack those key ingredients, it's kind of hard for you to play any kind of expansive, attractive football.
I've seen those girls run. They have pace. I've seen
So,
the,
okay,
I've
where did the
seen
pace go? Because it just didn't seem
because
apparent
there
from-
is no plan and there is no build-up play against the Germans. They were parking the ball, so you couldn't see that they were not doing anything because they just lined up and they said Germany, you will not score. So Germany scored 1 goal. But against Haiti, there was now room because the girls were coming out to play the Super Falcons. So you expect that they would run, then they'll take the ball, and one person will run to the left, and one person, and the other second person will be following the girl behind. I'm like, why don't you just go to the right so she'll have someone to at least cross the ball to? You understand? Just do this ball like you have watched football before. I'm not saying me like I've played football, or me like I've seen football before. So it is. My point is, they had pace, but I didn't see any.
There was just a huge tactical deficiency for that game.
there's no evidence of coaching, and it begs the question: what were they doing in that camp for God knows how long?
They were
What on
hungry.
earth were they doing
They were hungry.
Okay, all right.
apart from kneeling down?
Alright. Well, let's carry on now. Talk about how Peter Rufai gave his verdict on goalkeepers Francis Uzoho and Ezenwa, Coach Gono's first and second choice goalkeepers for the national team. Rufai said, Uzoho tried, but if you ask me to choose between him and Ezenwa, I would go for Ezenwa. You see, what you look out for in a goalkeeper, his ability to be clean. And by this, I mean his movement, the way he does his catches, how he parries the ball, and general technicalities required of a keeper. This is where Ezenwa has an edge over him. Ezenwa's movement in the goal line, his commanding presence, and how he organizes his back four was what we missed at the World Cup in Russia. He is a natural goalkeeper.
Well, I mean, he's entitled to his opinion, but the crucial thing is
Wow.
that he is neither the goalkeeping coach of the national team, and at the end of the day, when you look at, I mean, look, Ezenwa had a fantastic World Cup qualifying series with the team. Somewhere along the line, the coach felt that this wasn't the guy with the technical ability to take the team to the next level up. It's a case of opinions. It's a case of differences of opinion. A different coach may have decided to stick with Ezenwa. This guy, General, decided that he needed somebody who was, shall we say, bigger. And when you look at the Super Eagles back in, one of our problems was that we didn't have a goalkeeper with that dominating aerial presence with balls into the box.
Yes.
This is something that I think he felt that Francis Uzoho would offer the team. Whether he's a cleaner player, that comes. He's a younger person, a younger goalkeeper, and that will come with time. And probably that is the gamble that General has taken. That this is a guy that we can develop over time to become. He's looking at the future and not stopgap. So in terms of that, I can understand where he's come from. I respect Peter Rufai's opinion, but ultimately, I think that ship has sailed. The World Cup is gone, and whether he was there and whether we would have done better with him in there.
Before the guy's career finished,
Wow.
let's play him. I don't know what to say.
Okay, so let's talk about some tennis. Well, Novak Djokovic was knocked out of the Rogers Cup by Greek teenager Stefanos. Now, our Wimbledon champion, Novak Djokovic, saw his bid for a fifth Rogers Cup triumph ended by a shock third round defeat at the hands of Greek teenager Stefanos in Toronto. Now, Stefanos turns 20 on Sunday, and he beat the 13-time Grand Slam champion 6-3, 6-7, 5-7, 6-3 in 2 hours 18 minutes.
Look, first of all, I don't like this thing they keep saying. Greek teenager. It's Greek sensation. You have to call him what it is. Look, Tsitsipas has been from the end of last year. Yeah, you see a guy play and you get impressed. That's how Tsitsipas was. The same way I looked at Dominic Thiem and said, this guy is getting to the top. That's the same way I looked at Tsitsipas last year. This year, he's done, I mean, in his tournaments, he's done amazing. Actually, thought he was a better clay court player, but his preference is grass court, and I haven't really seen him impress on grass court. I've seen him play on clay, and I thought he was really good. The way he covers his line, he serves, the way he returns. There's still one or two things, decision making that he does during the games. It will come with experience. But when he stepped up against Djokovic, I was like, this is the trouble that Djokovic has bought this afternoon. And I think Djokovic also hasn't been watching the tour a lot this season, because if he had, he'd have played a little differently, because he still went into the game like, I know I'm playing a teenager, like maybe Denis Shapovalov, who makes some errors, and Tsitsipas' game is clean. And that's the thing about him that I see above other teenagers. He doesn't take unnecessary risks. He's just going to play a clean game and be effective. So yes, it was shocking for Djokovic to be knocked out by this guy, but For me, don't just call him a green a teenager like he just came from somewhere random. He's a finalist at Barcelona Open. Call him sensation. That's what it is.
All right. Okay. Tell you what, Lagos, let's go on a quick break. Don't forget you can reach out to us on social media on Twitter and also reach out to us on our WhatsApp platform 0809 444 0981. Stay close.
Wait. What's the name of this? What's this name of this people whose camera is not working? This is NTA. We don't want NTA. We want Super Sport.
It's not the camera, it's the internet.
Well, Game of Thrones, is it not coming out this year?
Which one concern us? Are they playing ball inside it?
It's next month.
Are they playing tennis inside it?
No,
Are they clapping hand inside it?
They're clapping hand. They're clapping hand.
In fact, the person posted this morning, they were like 50 weeks without Game of Thrones. How? I said you even counted. 50
Somebody was threatening me that it's not coming out this year. I was like, what you mean?
It's not coming out the same. It will be alright.
They shouldn't try it.
But they no, they don't. Of course, they're trying to. This is the final thing, so they have to make their money well.
They will make the money. Just bring it down now.
You postpone it because I won't even mind because I'll just go back and rewatch everything now. So I think now is a good time to just kind of binge just before the new one comes out. So all the details that you may have missed in the rush of. That's what I like.
No,
I'm so happy.
I actually want to try and
I
get
haven't watched the last.
if I can get a box set. Once it's just the box set is what makes sense.
And just sit down
Just get it and
exactly.
then take it.
Because I don't think I've even watched the last 3 episodes of last.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it was just so irritating that every time I would watch, because people are always trying to anticipate, they're always talking about it, so I didn't even want to know what they were talking about. So I'm just like,
I didn't even look at it until when it was over. Everybody had moved on,
yes,
and
you
after
know,
that,
I watched.
oh, that was horrible. I was
it's
watching
so
the game.
tense every day. You be like, my God, what?
I was watching. You guys stop it, man. You guys stop it. I was just there.
Move that
My
stuff
mother
out.
just came in.
This one to where?
No, not that.
You see this thing that's happening now. So you see that rain that was falling now in France, and that's where the women's under 20 World Cup is going on. Imagine that was in Africa. At this point in time, we are worried about it's two totally different places in France. But we are worried about the tournament going on in Africa. Oh God, Donald Trump, sharp. I'm sure Donald Trump is so excited when Space Force starts. He'll just stand in front of them. We're going to space. This is my Space Force. He thinks he's acting a film.
He has like a little space rocket he holds.
It's where the defense secretary couldn't believe he was saying Space Force. He was just there like, what kind of Dumbo did we need?
That's their presence. Guys, we are in less than 20 seconds. 10.
Come back.
Mike's up.
Message. Messages.
And we are back in Lagos. It's time to continue talking sports inside the locker room. We do have a few messages that have come through, so let's see if we can read through a couple of them. Benga Kamu says, there's a tweet I sent out on the day that we played Germany about the antics of the coach shouting instructions like he was coaching monkey post-match. So I'm not surprised at what happened yesterday. I think I actually remember that one. And we've got Sharif Oluwaleke Akimbi who says, I'm sorry, Gongo. These Falconets are not going on where. I agree with Tega because I saw that match yesterday and they were clueless and lacked tactical know-how. While this is in from Olumide Adeni, who says the most important thing is that they got maximum points. That's what matters the most. So please don't crucify the girls. This is their first international competition that they would participate in. I strongly believe that they would play better in their last group match, knowing fully well that their fate is in their hands.
May I mention that some of these girls have gone for other international competitions? Just so you know.
And just so we can, they're playing the Chinese. The Chinese were beaten by the Germans, but okay.
And Chiwambi Victor, who's now messaging from Tanzania, he's all over the world. Congrats to the Falconets for getting the job done against Haiti, but the truth of it is that they were lucky to get that goal because apart from that, they were shambolic and not clinical in front of the goal. On now to our next sporting story. Let's talk about Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, who's joined regulars Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi on UEFA's shortlist for the best forwards who played in the Champions League last season. That from Real with their trio of Marcelo, Sergio Ramos, and Rafael Varane, and the only names shortlisted for the award. While the Cruz and Luka Modric will compete with Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne for the midfielder award. All right.
Okay, so UEFA did a good thing this time. Well, let me not call it a good thing. They did the best. They took the best solution. They categorized every player into that group. Forwards, people separate. I think we didn't have the look when we used to do FIFA of the world, FIFA Player of the World before this Ronaldo and Messi competition. There was sanity, and people used technical abilities to choose players, which is why players like Zinedine Zidane that will score only 10 goals in a whole season after playing in 3 different competitions will win World Footballer of the 3 times. Can never happen now. But people, so UEFA said okay, so that they don't quarrel in the house of Israel. Let's just divide everybody. So the forwards will fight each other, and then the midfielders will fight each other, and then the defenders will fight each other. But what it looks like is that it's still going to come down to who won it. As at the end of the day, the team that won it will still be the MVP, because there is no way you're going to pick the best forward in UEFA Champions League and you will not give it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Apart from the fact that you pick, of course, Luka Modric, because it's emblazoned in your mind that he was a fantastic player at the World Cup. So he's better than the Manchester side. And so it's not so bad a squad. And there were even some unsatisfied or dissatisfied players like Toby Alderweireld of Belgium, who didn't find enough time to play after he came back from his injury. So they have some strength in depth. Unfortunately, they didn't sign, and it's beginning to look like a problem. But no, I like Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy will look at his team. He will first look at his books. You see, because that man and his calculation, you cannot take any. He will look at his books first, and if there is no money to do anything, he's not going to budge just because it's a fashion statement. So Mauricio Pochettino should not cry too much. His team was already, it looked solid. Maybe 1 or 2 buys here and there, but his team already looked solid. And they can face Newcastle on Sunday with this team and still come out with a fantastic result. The question is how well rested are some of their players are played deep into the World Cup. That's it. But other than that, they have a good squad. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Play your ball and go home.
All right. Okay. Before we get into our messages, let's quickly go into this one. Premier League starts tonight. So the new Premier League season gets on the way Friday night, and there are some new rules to be aware of before the action gets underway. For example, manager behavior. The Premier League is eager to crack down on bad behavior in a dugout this season. This season, 4 warnings from referee will see a manager receive 1 match ban, and if the manager goes on to pick 8 warnings through the season, he'll be handed a 2 match ban. 12 warnings lead to, well, much more.
Yeah, so basically they're trying to clamp down on some antics on the sidelines. Arsene Wenger is lucky he left in good time. But people like Jose Mourinho, sorry, love. That match ban is coming in soon. And there's also the technical area, using technology in the technical area has been allowed now, so they can help their players a little better. Then there are suspensions. Okay, before, if you were suspended in FA Cup, which we are not going to watch, the, you will not feature in the Premier League. But now every competition owns its own suspension. So its own yellow card. Sorry, but for red cards it's across board. But for yellow cards, if you get a yellow card in FA Cup, it won't count in Premier League. If you get in Premier League, it won't count in the FA Cup. The only things that will count across board now is red card. So a lot less players missing some crucial matches, and that's basically what it was. No VAR. We already understood that. So the Premier League has done what's best for the Premier League, I guess.
But how do you determine what constitutes a warning from the referee?
If the referee comes up to you and does like this, even if he says it politely, it's warning.
What about when he says to you that you need to calm down?
Warning.
That's a
Warning. It's not advice, it's warning.
That's a warning.
That's a
So that
warning.
means we're going to see less crowding of players like they used to
No,
do in
They
regular.
don't do it until they want them twice.
I
already.
will. I will
till
be
Jesus
keenly.
comes.
I will be keenly want Jurgen Klopp in particular, because he got away with a whole lot of stuff last season. With this, it'll be interesting to see how he reacts.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take your messages and, of course, our final sports stories right here inside the locker room. Keep listening. It's Smooth 98.1.
Is the referee that will write what I say warning, or so what he writes in the book? He said I was advising him, or we were negotiating the price of Referees will
You have
determine
been warned.
whether it's
I've
suspension.
warned you.
But you see, some coaches get away with some stuff because they're supposedly the polite ones.
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger used to be a polite guy.
No, Arsene
Used to
Wenger
be.
wasn't. No. He's always getting one suspension. The polite guy is Pep Guardiola, who can throw a water bottle at somebody in the dressing room and get away with it. I've not seen that one in life. How can you throw water at somebody and get away with it? He's the polite one. He's the angel. So Klopp is passionate. The rest are fighters. Are we back in?
No,
Okay. So just read a lot of messages. Because Thibaut Courtois is of no consequence. You see, let me tell you how useless Ed Woodward is. Barcelona really wanted to get rid of Yeremina and Andre Gomez. As in, they desperately want. They have gone to Everton. Toby wanted to leave Tottenham. He was angry that they disrespected him, and then he went to the World Cup and showed them by winning bronze. Do you understand? And you couldn't find money. I understand that but you're not that broke that you cannot buy one player. And those kind of things go around in camp. People will not be, the players will not be saying, oh, we couldn't even get a player. I win this. Is this Manchester United? Yeah. They wanted to go. I saw my fine self there.
Mike's up, because it's 7 seconds
Okay.
in.
Studio. And so let's go straight to your messages, shall we? Welcome. It's LockerRoom 981. Up on WhatsApp, Shay sends a message saying, Tega, the most important thing to talk about the Falconets is that they fumbled to the 3 points. They should please keep wearing that fine jersey with Eagles wings because it's the only good luck we have right now. And Tega, this season, Chelsea will win the EPL. He said, dream show. All right. While we've got Mayowa Shadari who says the banter will be lit this season. Do you guys have a LockerRoom FPL league?
No.
The reason why just is because this award now, the award is just for Real Madrid. Pochettino should stop blaming the team on
not signing any player.
Well,
anyway, all right, that's from Tosan. All right, before that, Basham Yaba sends in a message. He says, "Why did Pogba come on Monday? This is rubbish. This guy feeling like a dog. If I was Mourinho, I will bench this crybaby."
And play who?
Wagwenga Kamu says Mourinho will always look for something to complain about. That Manchester United team needs a total overhaul, and Mourinho is not inspiring the team properly, says Benga. And in from Balogun Kazim, who says, "I think Cristiano Ronaldo deserves the honor." Of course you do. And MI from Makoka says, Tega, I missed the final day of transfers with the English Premier League. Please, who did Manchester United sign on?
Invisible man.
Fresh breeze.
Up on Twitter, there are more messages still.
And Nathan Njoku says, what Liverpool have been doing for some years now was what United should have done immediately. Sir Alex Ferguson left. But no, the fans were high on success and they wanted it to keep coming. And now Jose is gradually killing them. They just laugh.
All in between that, after Sir Alex left, he put in the hashtag rebuild and hashtag, but they sacked Moyes and sacked Van Gaal, and now, sorry, Jose, he gets into the UCL top 3 shortlist for last season. He's number 10 with 6 goals in the competition and nowhere on the assist rankings. This is interesting. And Nathan Njoku says, I don't understand this UEFA list. We had the highest assists in the UCL finalists. I don't expect them to win, but they should be on the short list at least.
But it is winners that are all over the list. So you that were finalists, you now want to beat people that won the trophy. Abba, calm down.
Definitely upset. Got frame from Yaba says, I think Man U will defeat Leicester.
Okay.
And CJ from Igondo says, good morning, everyone. Man United are looking for who they will lead into depression. I've accepted my fate. I will sit down with my popcorn and enjoy the parking the ball drama. All right. And this one is in from Olumide Adeni, who says, this year is now or never for Tottenham and Pochettino. They just have to strive to win silverware this season. And I sincerely doubt that Mourinho will stay beyond Christmas. Enter Zinedine Zidane.
You know?
And he also says Chelsea will finish in the top 4 this season. What would that be like if Zidane goes?
That'll be fantastic.
Mind blown. I think I might even for a brief second.
I'll just go to London, just brief briefly, you understand?
briefly.
Just to
Just
feel
based
the
on
Zizu.
Just because
I'll be there very briefly.
my love for him
You
is in my
understand?
chest.
We don't know how long briefly means
It's
in my
chest.
language.
It's in
Yeah.
my chest.
Yeah.
On that note, we've come to the end of sports in the locker room. As brutalistics judges us here in the corner, but we're not afraid of you. We are not. Lagos, thank you very much for joining the conversation. We appreciate it. It has been fun and fantastic. Continue to follow our analysts online at Tega Supreme is Tega Onojaife's Twitter handle, and at Brutalistics is the handle of the shiny domed one. So please do go follow him over there. Coming up next, final hour of Smooth Breakfast. It's a Feel Good Friday, so there's lots of music and lots of chat between us. So keep listening. Not lying, but really.